Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to Highline Prestige. This is what I call a drive-by review. It is so freaking beautiful outside, and I am taking a little cruise around. And I thought I'd smoke this Flor Dominicana that has been sitting in my car for a little too long. Sometimes I have my humidity packs in there, sometimes I don't. But, you know, I actually don't mind a cigar to be a little bit on the drier side, but we're not even going to get into that. So, yeah, this is going to be the cigar. This is the Flor Dominicana Solis in a Toro. Remember when it first came out, and I was reading it on Half Wheel, I want to believe, and I was like, wow, I really like the other Flor Dominicana that they make. I believe it's Lenox. It has the moon. Yeah, I think it's a moon symbol. I'll put it right over here. And I was like, I really like that cigar, so let's see how this one goes. And Solis means the sun, so the moon, the sun. And it's actually interesting because this cigar is the first cigar that Lito Gomez's son, Lito Gomez Jr., blended technically by himself. I mean, he had help by his dad, Lito Gomez, and by his brother, Tony, I believe is his name, Tony Gomez. So we're going to do a little straight cut. I have my trusty Forbidden X Arturo Fuente straight cutter. Pops right off. Oh, it's got some spice. Just from the smoke. We did a little overkill there on the burn, but La Flor Dominicana, it's going to fix itself, most likely. Or it might not, but usually it does. I like the flavors you get already. I mean, I say that you can't really describe the full flavor of a cigar when you just light it up, but usually cigars, when you don't light them up and you try to do like a dry draw, it always tastes like tea to me. It's like those dried fruit notes, or, you know, the aftertaste of tea, because it's more on that bitter side. But once you light up a cigar, it's almost like putting water with the tea. Kind of opens up the flavor notes. So I'm getting like a little bit of woody notes to it. It's got that pepper in the back that's kind of smacking your lips a little bit. The draw's not amazing. It's good, but it's not amazing. And that might be on my part, given that it's a little bit going to be drier, on the drier side. But definitely get that little peppery, woody notes. That's the thing to note with Sumatra wrappers. They usually tend to be pretty spicy. So I'm interested to see how this is going to go. Man, that smoke. That smoke is like silk. This cigar, it's definitely a contrast, I would say, to the Lenox. The other cigar that Lito Gomez Jr.'s brother, Tony Gomez, older brother, that was his creation. And I guess his younger brother wanted to kind of show their personalities, how different they are, but the contrast. Moon, sun, Solis, Lenox. Very interesting. I kind of screwed up slightly. This cigar does use a Sumatra tobacco, but not as the wrapper, and it kind of makes sense because it's not as red, but it uses it as the binder. So I don't really see that too often, people using Sumatra tobacco in binders instead of wrappers. So that's pretty interesting. It's a Ecuadorian Sumatra binder with a Ecuadorian Habano wrapper. That's what it is. I keep getting all tongue twisted with those two. And then it uses the famous La Flor Dominicana filler. So it's got volume, it's got some strength to it, and it's got some really nice flavors that are complementing each other. It's got that woody notes still with the wood. The pepper actually soothed down a little bit, made it thus far. The pepper isn't as crazy as it was in the beginning. So I'd call that bold in the beginning, then mellows out a little bit. It's burning pretty damn well for it to have been spending some time in my car for these last couple weeks. It's a bad habit. I get cigars, people give me cigars, and then they end up all over the place. Really nice burn though. The cigar started going a little crooked, but again, I think that's just because the cigar is dry. The flavors really mellowed out a little bit more. You know, you have that cedar, the woody notes, the pepper's there, but it's not too much. It's not in your face. The spice, there was a lot of spice in the beginning, but it really mellowed out. This is an overall pretty decent smoke. I think what I'm going to do is go cruise around, and I'll catch you guys when I get closer to the label. Alright, so I was just clearing my phone a little bit, and the cigar fixed itself pretty damn well. But I'm afraid once I start driving that this thing is going to fall right off. So I wanted to show you guys what a beautiful burn this La Flor Dominicana is doing. And onwards and out to the label. Let's see how this thing goes. Alright, this thing is impressive, people. I got my windows down. Just put them up right now. But I usually got my windows down. You know, the wind is full blast at me. And look at this thing. This cigar's been sitting in my car for a couple weeks as well, so it's dry. But the construction is just fabulous. I mean, you're still getting a lot of smoke. The flavor is pretty good. It's still that nice woody cedar, little bit of spice notes. Doesn't transition too much. It just is bold in the beginning, then mellows out a little bit more. But it's my first cigar of the day. I did eat, so it's not as strong, but this would be considered a little bit more of a stronger cigar. Doesn't really look like it, but it's got that strength component to it. It's always nice when you find a cigar that has perfect construction, good flavor, and I'm not really a Sumatra type of person either. All right, look at that. So I'm about to take off the labels, and can't believe it. Windows down, breezy day. The ash is about to fall at any point. I feel like it actually could keep on going, but I mean, gotta take those labels off. And if I know anything about labels, once you take the labels off or try to attempt to take off the labels, the ash is just always gonna fall. Look at that though. Beautiful. What a beautiful cigar. I definitely needed this just to drive around, cruise around, think about all the possibilities in life, and smoke a delicious cigar. I am actually right now saving to get a proper camera and a proper microphone. Something that I can actually do the voiceovers for my YouTube shorts. Because if you guys know, I got that little British voice talking text-to-speech app. So that was to start everything. Because at that time, I didn't have too much time to make the videos. But now I'm like, all right, we need to prioritize. Get all tongue twisted. Prioritize my life and not just work, and get this channel to its fullest capabilities of where it can be and where it should be. So we're going to take off these labels. So we are getting to the nub of the cigar, and I was just, before I got home, I stopped at a park so I could just fully enjoy the rest of this cigar. You know, I was reading a review, seeing what other people thought about this cigar, and it's always interesting for me. I usually like to go blindly into a cigar, find out what I find flavor-wise, and then I like to read, while I'm still smoking the cigar, like to read other people's reviews and see what they're picking up. So one of the people said that you get this like dry straw flavoring, and I can understand that. This cigar is a little bit on the drier side, and then they also mentioned leather and hickory or smoke, and I can actually see that as well. It does have that weird like leather smell and the flavor. I mean, leather is always weird. Like, how do you know what leather tastes like? But it's almost like that sensation in a way. But really, it's going to be that nice wood, this cedar, this spice, a little bit of pepper in the beginning. And it is a little bit on the drier side. I totally get that. Overall, pretty damn good smoke. Ooh. What is that, a S14, S13? I'm a big car guy. S15? I don't know. I always get those ones mixed up. But that was pretty cool. Little JDM car drove by. Perfect. Perfect. Beautiful sunset. Cool cars. Cigars. That's what life's about. And we're sporting the 2006 Mercedes-Benz, sort of a vintage watch. Swiss made. A little fun. Today's a good day. Damn. Today is a good day. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll probably end it like that unless this cigar is still going without the ash dropping. And I'm going to try to do more full-length videos. More full-length videos than shorts. That's the idea. Try to do a cigar video a day, or at least review that cigar, and then the next day upload it. But we need to get this channel to its full form. And just like that, guys, I hope you guys have a lovely week. I got a busy week, but as long as we get a cigar in, we're pretty good. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.